What's up, guys? It's Shane from House of Cards TCG, and I'm coming to you with a hand trap tier list. Which hand traps do you want in the main deck? What do you want in the side deck? What are very situational use? And which are just complete trash? First of all, thanks for coming to our channel. We really want to get up to 1.5 subscribers, doing a giveaway this week for Nibiru, so make sure to check that out. And again, thanks so much, guys, for supporting the channel. We really appreciate it. So let's jump right in. First one is Lancia. And Lancia is really strong. I think Lancia is a really good side deck card right now. It's really good. It has a lot of applications against invoked. If you see Lancia, you pretty much stun them out of the whole turn. They can still like Fusion Destiny, which is strong, but you stop them out of the Alistair, the invocation. It's just really strong against them. It's also good against Bird Up, and it's actually good against the 10E cards too, because they all have to banish for cost. So if you can Lancia them, they can't get into their 10E plays, which they can still go the whole Sword Soul route. They can go Moyi, all that. They can go full Sword Soul combat without banishing whatsoever. But sometimes locking them out of the 10E and locking them out of the Protos, that's the big one. If you can just not get Protos, sometimes you can deal with the rest of the board. So I like Lancia a lot. Definitely a side deck for me. I mean, I guess you could if you're going to a big tournament and you're expecting a lot of invoked. It's not horrible to put in the main deck, but I like it in the side. Ash for me is a main deck card. I hate this artwork. This is the feet artwork. I'm not a fan, but Ash is the best hand trap right now for me. The fact that you can Ash Fusion Destiny is sometimes just game winning. Being able to stop adding a card from deck to hand is just so generic that this is just a card I want in my main deck. A lot of these weird rogue matchups, one Ash can just end their turn. Or if they brick, your opponent's not always going to draw the world's best hand. There's not. So having an interruption, and an interruption that is going to hit, like you can Ash anything. Any deck's going to have a card that can be ashed. And more often than not, you'd rather have it than not. So I like Ash in the main deck. Crow is, for me, situational. I tried it in the side deck, and it was actually pretty good. Against DPE, I was playing Drytron against a Drytron player, and he resolved DPE, and I let it resolve, and then I chained Crow to banish the DPE. And from there, next turn, he was forced to special summon one of the ones that the Dasher or the Celestial, and that locked him out of Drytron names for the whole turn, and it ended up being game winning. Crow's good because of DPE. It's really good against Striker, getting the Ray out of the grave. It's just good in general, but sometimes just not good enough. Like, it's good against Eldlich too. It's just good. It really could be a side deck card, but there's just so little room in the side deck right now, and there's so many more powerful cards. I do like Crow, but just not enough. D-Shifter is a main deck card for me if you're running a deck. Obvious disclaimer, if you're running a deck that can main deck it. If you're playing Flunderies, I put this in the main deck. It's huge. It stuns everyone out. There's very few decks that can play around this card. You better have Called by Gamma, something to stop this, or you're just not playing with a lot of the decks right now. So I like Shifter a lot if you're playing a deck that can play it. Droll is either main or side. It's mandatory in one or the other. You have to have it. With the Bird Up deck running around, I'm gonna go main deck. It's just Droll stuns them out. Droll's really good against invoked. Droll is okay, just okay against Sword Soul, which is maybe one of the reasons you put it in the side with so much Sword Soul representation. But I like Droll a lot. If they open like Desires or Emerges and then you Droll them, that's pretty good. There's a lot of situations where it's not. But I like it a lot. It really could be in the side deck. It has to be in one or the other, though. That's the main point. Valor is, for me, I either main deck it or I subscribe. No, I don't use it at all. It's not really a card you side in, But Valor is really good. It's kind of like Ash, where it just has universal application. It hits invoked really hard. It's, it has applications versus Sword Soul. A lot of times there's other cards you'd rather have. And we can do Imperm with this too. Imperm is a main deck card. It's better than Valor because it doesn't trigger TTT, and you can't called by it. You can't gamma it. It's just a lot better, but same effect. These two are main decked in my opinion, just because they're so generic. Like, these are cards you want in your deck, especially at like a local level, just to be able to hit a lot of the decks. If I'm going to a big event, I'm not putting Valor in the main, just because there's cards matchups that I need to better be prepared for, and Droll does that. Kind of the same thing with Nib. Like, I like Nib a lot, but for me it's a side deck card. It's really good against Sword Soul, just punishes them. Really good against Bird Up. But there's also just matchups, and the reason I don't put it in the main deck is because there's matchups like Eldlich, Invoked, Sky Striker, where this card is just a dead card in your deck, and you don't want to go into these matchups that are hard with dead cards in your main deck. It's just not good. Gamma, I like in the main deck. I was testing it out in Sword Soul, and I like it a lot. If you gamma them, you can go right into your Synchro 8s, which is really strong, or you can Omega them and put them at a huge disadvantage. So I like Omega. I like Gamma a lot. It's a main deck card for me. It's really good going second, and it has applications going first, which none of these other hand traps do. So I like Gamma a lot. It's one of the strongest in my opinion. Bell right now, you could go trash, but I'm going to go situational. Just doesn't hit enough. It's not good enough to put in your deck right now. It doesn't, the main deck's a Bell they don't care about right now. No material, trash. This card just doesn't do anything. It just doesn't do enough. It's complete trash. Tyler might disagree. He's giving me a funny look, giving me a little side eye right now, but there's no situation I can even fathom in my mind where I would put no material, even in the side deck, let alone a main deck. Not even situational. It's just a bad card. Don't play no material. Do yourself a favor. Same thing with Mirador. When this card came out, go back to our channel. I don't know how many months ago, 8 months ago maybe. This card came out. Tyler had this way up here in like main or side deck. This card is absolute garbage. It's terrible. It probably will never be good. I don't know why they made it in a Starlight. And I don't know why I bought the Starlights, because I have 3 Starlights of this for absolutely no reason. That value has just gone down. It's just a bad card. He was saying how, it might be good in Dragon Link. It's not. It's just not good at all. It's bad. Ogre has some sort of use, at least. Like, it's not trash. Like, it can hit some decks. I like Ogre. It's just a well-timed Ogre can just put in a lot of work. It's not going to be a card like, I'm not main decking it. I'm not even side decking it, but it's a card that I'll keep an eye on. Like, your opponent will not expect it. You can definitely put it that way. I like Ogre. It's okay. It's situational. Phantasm, again, I've been looking at this card. I have a whole binder full of side deck cards, and I look through it periodically to see which of these cards is like can hit the meta. And Phantasm is really good against a lot of the meta. Like, drawing cards is never bad. Seeing more of your deck, never bad. Fixing your hand, never bad. This card's insane versus Sky Striker. I guess you could side deck it. Just a lot of the decks just aren't really link summoning as much as they were. Like, Dragon Link would put out three links, and you hit them with this Phantasm, and you win the game. Like, drawing 4 cards, pretty good. Prank Kids. This card was really good against Prank Kids. It's still pretty good now. Like, it could be a side deck card, but for me, there's just more impactful ones. Like, look at all these I already have up here in the main deck. You obviously can't main deck, this many hand traps, but these are just the best in my opinion. Skullmeister right now is trash. It's not doing anything. It saw some sort of play like last format. It's it's okay. It's not bad. Right now, it just doesn't do anything though. It's just trash. Cycle Reader, situational. Like, this card, if you're playing against Eldlich, really good. If you're playing against Drytron, really, really good. Drytron, to me, is a weird deck because it's so strong, and I'm thinking, like, why are more people not playing this? It can get out Scythe so easily. It can search Scythe. It's a light fairy. They can, like, you can get that to your hand so easily. That deck can put out ultimateness with 5-6 negates. Like, why are more people not playing it? But they're just not. So Cycle Reader is not a card that you want in the side deck just because no one's playing Drytron, and they probably should be, but they're not. This card was good. It was good when Prank Kids was out and when Tri Brigade was out because it really punished both of them. Like, it was a side deck card for sure. Last format, and now it's just trash. It just doesn't do anything now. And Token Collector. See, a lot of people are side decking this, and there's other cards I would rather just have in the side deck. It really can be a side deck card. Like, the Sword Soul is just seeing so much representation right now. Last thing I looked at, it was like 60% of a big tournament was playing Sword Soul. So I'm like, well, I'm exaggerating. It wasn't 60%, but it was a lot. And for that reason, it could be in the side deck. But I think there's just other cards that you can side in, like Droplet, Dark Ruler, that are really good against Sword Soul and aren't just completely dead in a lot of matchups. Like Token Collector, dead against Bird Up, dead against Invoked, dead against Sky Striker. This card is going to be something you're going to want to really keep an eye on when the Brave token engine comes out. So definitely get your Token Collectors if you don't have them. It is so good against Sword Soul right now that it just punishes them if you see it. If not, it's really annoying too. I don't know for you Sword Souls, if you're playing against it, it just which is really annoying. You have to somehow deal with it. There's a few ways. You backseat it, something like that, but difficult without tokens. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Let me know down below what you think. I made a lot of these I think are pretty safe picks, but maybe I made some bold, Tyler's going to be mad about these too. He likes these for some reason, but let me know down below what you think. And thanks for watching. This is Shane from House of Cards TCG, signing out.